Hey guys, it's Diego from Hive. I'm here with Travis, also from Hive. We're going to be talking about our all-carbon wide-body R32 from Sakamoto-san, Active Garage, and what it means for us as a family, as a business, and as a community down here in San Diego to have it down here, and pretty much the whole process on that. So excited to bring that here with you guys, and Travis will take it from there.
Yeah, so I'm going to be learning along with you guys about the car because I don't know a whole lot about it, and Diego here does, including its story, etc. So, I mean, I guess I'll ask the heavy hitter question right off the bat. If you were to pick one thing about the car that stands out the most over other R32s that you've driven, etc., or been in the presence of, what about this car stands out the most to you, in your opinion?
I would say the attention to detail of making it something different while also retaining pretty much the properties of what makes a skyline a skyline. Like, it's a wide body. It is, when you see it in person, way wider than a stock body R32, but it still retains the body lines of a stock 32. It still keeps the flow from the bumpers. It doesn't change anything crazy, jagged lines. It's proper, and that's, I guess, the best way I could explain is what makes me happy with the car.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all hand done, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hand done. It's crazy. Sakamoto-san is a literal genius. He has his shop in Japan, and it's crazy because he has everything in there, and it's insane because it's like pretty much off into the center of nowhere, middle of nowhere, and you just have these crazy state-of-the-art GTRs just in bays and then all in the front and on the second story of this place, and he just looks like a normal guy, and he just has the hands of a I mean, just a genius when it comes to these cars. So
Absolutely.
It's just the best way to put it.
I couldn't agree more. So I know a little bit about the backstory of the cherry blossoms embossed in the valve cover stems.
Yeah.
Or valve stem covers, my bad. What's the more in-depth story behind it to myself and to our viewers?
So it's just one of those things where one of the things that grabs me into Japanese cars is everybody has a pride and the attention to detail, and the cherry blossoms in the valve stem is no different to it. It's in Japan, cherry blossom signifies it's an important thing to Japanese culture. So having that, and then being where he's at, he has some that grow in his shop, and these are all hand picked.
So his shop's not in like downtown Tokyo.
No, it's literally like in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy. So you're
telling me this work of art was made
in
Japan in a barn, essentially.
Basically, exactly. Yeah. If you were to really search up Active Garage and it comes up and you see the whole area, it's really like,
add that link.
It's wild. It's like middle of nowhere. So it's one of those where it's on each and every single valve stem cover. So it's just one of those things where you could have easily just taken that easy step, picked up a 15-cent valve cover and just put it on and called it a day. And in reality, they come in black, so it would have just matched the rim. But just like I said, that pride and the attention to detail and getting that little extra step to get that little rosin and getting all of that together is unbelievable that he went the extra mile for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's made perfectly, and it's somehow, even though there's really not a lot of color on the car, or none at all, really, that I'm looking at,
Yeah.
it fits.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. But what about the wheels? Because I know that they're three piece, right?
So in a way, yeah,
But they
it's
don't look it.
they're a one of one rim that work made for the car specifically, and he wanted to have that aggressive look to it. So um, it's cool because I was able to talk to Larry and Kenji and obviously Sakamoto-san about the whole car and just get in depth of everything. And it's cool because it if you really look at it, the face of the rim is on where like the beadlock would be. So instead of having that three piece where it's under or above, it's all one piece, and it just looks aggressive because
Yeah.
it's not something that, I mean, it looks JDM and it works perfectly, but if you really look at the details, it's just different, and it shows the distance that every company went to make this car what it is.
Absolutely. Because this is a collective, mindset of a lot of people,
Yeah.
like Kenji with
Yep.
Greddy parts, and I know Sakamoto. His vision was to bring a fully exposed carbon car to life.
Yeah.
But he wanted the more or less like the world of tuner, and elaborate on this because I have no knowledge
Yes.
again.
So it's a collective of all pretty much the great brands that make Japanese JDM. I mean, you have the brand new Greddy intake plenum on it with the throttle body, all of that stuff. You got
Let me interrupt you real quick.
No worries.
Is that intake and throttle body, everything, is that something that I could come here to Hive and
Yeah.
walk
So
out the door with?
the cool thing is and we're proud to be able to do all of it, is anything that this car has, we can order for you from anywhere at any time. So
Nice.
it's one of those cool things where that's one of the reasons why we have this car here, is as an example to you guys of what we can bring in terms of quality parts as well as quality cars. This is one of those cars that pretty much fits that bill as well. So we actually have catalogs here that you guys can look through and see if you want to order specific parts of the car, or you're that one crazy guy and wants to order the whole car as well, or take this exact car. I mean, it's one of those where the possibilities are endless. There's always a room to talk, but it's one of those where we have a catalog of parts. Come check them out. If you're a Skyline guy and you really want that rear seat delete, we can order that for you. So it's cool that we can offer that as well too. Same thing with the Greddy parts, same thing with everything else.
So, like, if I wanted to do, let's say hypothetically, I own an R32 and it's bone stock,
Mm-hmm.
and I came here to Hive, I could buy an active carbon kit from you guys? Or
Yeah,
through
so
guys?
you can order it through us. You can order us through an active carbon kit. You can order us the full kit. If you want just the specific overlays on the interior, you can do that as well too. Just let us know.
Interior is completely carbon on the car as well.
Correct, but we can order all of that. But the bottom part is an overlay where the chassis is.
Yeah, of course.
But the everything else can be ordered on it as well.
Wow.
So but back to what we were saying about the collectiveness of the brands. I mean, you have the Greddy plenum, you have the Greddy throttle bodies, you have HKS stroker kits, you have the Garrett Noob 75mm turbo on it. I mean, everything on this car. I mean, you can see there's the OS Skyking clutch. I mean, it's just everything on this car is the best of the best, and it's cool to see all of that come together because it proves to the U.S. what real Japanese cars stand for.
So this car, essentially, this specific car right here, is the pride of Japanese tuning culture in
This
today's world.
definitely, at least that's what I can say, in the sense of having the best of the best of what's available at this point in time. This car wears pretty much it all.
I agree. Being someone that, again, I'm not 100% familiar with the JDM side of it, this car is starting to convert me, and it's really unique. I mean, Diego and myself have had separate conversations before the car's arrival and he was telling me that it's going to shatter your expectations. It's going to alter your view on JDM cars, and he hit every statement that he said, and I'm leaving out a lot. Right nail on the head. Like, I mean, it truly is a work of art.